You know, it's really sad in this world when society convince people, or even individuals convince people, that there's something wrong with them. And mind you, I just saw this in somebody else's testimony, if you will. Someone else kind of going through the same thing I am, but not really. So again, I see a reflection, but I see it from a different perspective. Because I just love it. I really do. Just making me love myself more and more. That's why I can't stop doing this. I can't stop just unfolding the beautiful, intricate truths that set me free bit by bit. So anyway, this lady, she's talking about, and she's obviously tapped into a certain degree, but she's talking about illness, and as if she doesn't know that she creates illness in her body with stored energy. And I've healed my body many times, and I understand now that I absorb the energy that's being sent my way, or that I choose to focus on. So if I choose to focus in one direction or another, it's going to sit in my body until I'm not focusing on it anymore. And when I'm by myself and I'm not caring about anybody else in the world at all, my body heals and I go back to pain-free. So I understand how that works. I also understand how mental illness works and how people might be diagnosed with autism. And some people are like, they're diagnosed at a really young age, but little do they know, autistic people are just tapped in. Their neural networks are more open. They want to give that a label called neurodivergent or something. Why do people have to do this? It's really quite silly. Because the funny part is, and how it relates to my life in a certain degree, is this lady is like me, who likes to stay at home and is very comfortable in her sacred space and nature and being at peace. But somehow somebody that she loved in her life and cared for convinced her, or somehow the conflict of energy, because they were just different energies that were looking for different things that made them feel good, which were totally normal. Didn't just maybe meant they weren't supposed to spend their life together. Maybe not that she should start looking into see if she's autistic and then carry that label around for the rest of her life because the guy she loved enjoyed going to concerts and partying and she likes staying home. See, now this woman's left thinking there's something wrong with her. Like, for a while I felt that. A long time ago. It's been years since I thought there was something wrong with me because I didn't want to go party, and realized that, no, that creates a pretty comfortable life for me, and I'm not out there with a billion entanglements that are stuck in my conscious awareness for like ever until I clear them out. When you're as powerful as me, you're aware that you absorb energy in crowds, and absorbing a lot of energy that is asking for something and then not giving it the answer that it's asking for, because not everybody can feel the asking. See, people like me that are like deeply connected to their heart, I'm learning not to allow my emotional body to rule me, but my heart is still my heart and I still feel, and I'm never going to stop feeling no matter what. Because that's life. That's existence. It's beautiful. That's what real singularity is. Being and feeling anything and everything as the anything and everything simultaneously. Like knowing that whatever you're doing or looking at or thinking or feeling, it's got so much beauty. Even in its nothingness once it dissolves into its original state. But the point is that people need to love themselves for who they are and not think that there's something wrong with them that should be rewired or neuralinked or changed in some way that can't be worked through naturally. I just hope people start seeing their reflections for what they are and not try and change themselves for anybody. Just like I don't expect anybody to change for me, although I think there's plenty of people out there that think I did. And for a while, I thought that was how that was going to work in my life. You know, like, I was going to end up being able to mesh into somebody else's world and be comfortable with that. Somehow, like, leaving mine completely out as if it wasn't relevant and just as valid and just as needed and necessary, because that's what I was doing. And that's who I am. And whether two people can be who they are and make that work in a healthy fashion while trusting completely and surrendering and still being vulnerable, but being completely open to all that is and all that the world has to tell them and share with them in whatever way it comes. You know, that's a rare find. And I know I'm a rare find. And I sit here in my diamond selfness and just observe all of my beautiful fractal reflections and enjoy watching them implode within me. Anyway, be you. Don't let anyone, anything, or anywhere tell you that you should be anything other than what feels best to you. But if it doesn't feel good, do something about that. I love you.